Welcome to Falcon's Reach, a city in which magic is technology. You're listening to Adequately Advanced Magic.
Niclaus, you find yourself standing in a town square. You've never really seen this place before, but as you take a look around, you once again note that this is not of your time. You've seen stuff like this in the history books that you were forced to read, and you recognize the markings of architecture from hundreds or even thousands of years ago.
Niclaus is confused. Wasn't he just with his friends in the sewers? This is happening more often. It's not just when I'm sleeping now. And he starts searching the square for the figure he saw before.
The voices that you've heard in your head murmur and whisper. As you take a look around the town square, you see a familiar figure. A woman with the same ombre blonde hair that you have. She's older now. You can see the wrinkles in her face, and she's traded her adventurer's clothes for, just normal villager fare. She stumbles towards you, her hand clutching her head.
Niclaus will walk towards her.
As you approach her, the sounds of the voices intensify, except they're not coming from your own head this time. They're coming from hers. She falls to the ground and screams.
Niclaus will stop, but he doesn't know if he's causing her to react like this or not.
As she screams, she makes eye contact with you, and she keeps screaming one phrase over and over again. It's, "Get these voices out of my head." You realize that her eyes are focused on you, and also around you. You blink for a hot second, Niclaus, and you see a whole crowd of just different people chatting and talking and crying and laughing, with one characteristic linking all of them. It's the same ombre blonde colored hair. The woman screams even harder, and then blood comes out of her eyes.
It's pretty metal, Joey.
Yeah.
And she collapses to the floor, dead.
Oh no.
Niclaus, you look on, and then you realize behind her is a young boy with the same colored hair. And you awaken.
It's not ominous at all.
Yeah.
You awaken with a start. And you find yourself in an extremely makeshift structure. You take a look around and you get your bearings. You see that you're literally just in a small carved out area from a maintenance corridor. In the distance, you can hear workers yelling and the sounds of machinery. Somehow, within this extremely small makeshift structure, you see Seirys and Hyrkir. They're both lying on cots.
Dead.
That's right. It's the solo. It's the solo podcast starring Niclaus.
Yeah, everybody's fired except for Roy.
Finally, I can finally get rid of you guys.
They'll just re-roll characters, easy.
Yeah.
There's no sign of Arya, but you do see some of her stuff here. And then it all comes flooding back to you. It's been about 3 days.
3 days?
The maintenance worker that you encountered was able to help you take Hyrkir and Seirys to a small underground work settlement. You learn that this is underground underneath the ecology, and essentially all of the mechanical stuff ensures its continued operation. Hyrkir and Seirys are alive, but have been unconscious for 3 days. Is there anything that you would have been doing in these past 3 days?
Did we let our people know where we were.
How would you have done so?
Maybe asked one of the workers to send a message to apartment number such and such that we're okay, but we're recovering.
Yeah, we can say you did that. You have a brief flashback where you try to talk to some of these nearby workers. Most of them are very distrustful of you, except for the one who pulled you out of the trash monster's grasp, really. His name is Hridmar. He does make an attempt to send this message for you.
Then yeah, other than that, Niclaus has been looking out for Seirys and Hyrkir. If they're unconscious, do we have them hooked up to like a IV from the emergency
What kind of
first aid
makeshift?
kit? Because they don't. Do you drink? Do you swallow when you're unconscious? No, right?
You've been forcing
There's gotta
food
be-
down our throats.
There's got to be like an infirmary for the workers, right? So they must have some equipment for that.
Yeah. It's been costing you money, actually, for the
Oh no.
doctor to come by. As you think back, Niclaus, you remember that it's actually been costing you money, specifically, because you're the one awake, to have the local doctor show up.
You could just baby bird us, you know?
It has cost you 200 gold so far.
Okay, I had 93, so I went through the pockets of both Hyrkir and Seirys for the other 107.
Okay, hold on. Now we have to do math. God, Joey, why? Just tell me an amount.
107.
Joey, how about you make it like one less so that it's divisible by 2 easier?
I also traded a pound of pemmican.
Here, we can subtract 1.
All right, cool. So I'm gonna deduct 53 from my gold.
Does Hyrkir have 53 gold on him?
Hyrkir has 4 gold on him.
I had 3.
I also traded all of our other possessions, a monocle and a masquerade mask that I apparently maybe still had.
I have 3,000 gold on me.
You have 3,000 gold on you?
I think it might have been from the plushie and the hush money.
Okay, yeah, I just took it all from Seirys. Shit.
What did you guys buy that made you so poor? Because you guys got like 5,000 gold at the end of the
I think
last
that was
part, last season.
Put in the bank, and I haven't.
We didn't address the money. I was going to use it to pay off debt, and then we never got to that. So it's just 3,000 gold just sitting in my pocket. Here, I'll subtract another 53 so that this doesn't have to be a whole like ordeal. All right, we figured out the money situation.
So we paid for the doctor.
Yep.
Other than that, Niclaus has been working on his meditations to try to corral his voice's problem.
Yep. You have noticed that it's getting worse and isn't limited to when you use certain spells.
Did he go back to full HP from
Yep.
the long rest? Okay.
Deep inside, you are a bit worried that the next attack, I guess, episode, will be even worse. Nearby, Seirys and Hyrkir stir, and the two of you wake up,
All right, what is our status?
fully healed.
Hooray.
So like long rested.
Yeah, it's been a long rest.
You get the ding of an oven sound, and you're both now 100%.
No, I'm not. I'm not good enough. I'm not strong enough. Whoa.
Good morning.
Well, there goes the tension. Damn it. I lost my train of thought now. Oh, good morning.
Where am I?
Where's
All right.
Where's the monster?
We're good. Everything's fine. I was a little worried about you guys. You kind of were a little touch and go for a while.
Ooh.
I did not intend to survive that situation.
Why didn't you intend to survive?
Well, we had to save Arya, and that thing was barren. Did you see that thing?
Yeah, it was terrible. It like whipped at you with tentacles and stuff.
Yes, I did not like it.
Did you keep Arya safe?
She's fine. Yeah, we're still in the arcology. We're in the maintenance levels. We've sent word to our friends back at the apartment, and so they know we're okay. But you guys the doctor said not to move you, so we kind of just hung out here till you were better.
Where is Arya?
Where is here?
Also, yeah, where is here? Also, thank you for taking care of us. That was really nice.
Of course. Oh, also, I took money from all of you to pay for the doctor.
I had money?
Well,
The Klaus kind of like looks at Hyrkir like, yes, I took an equal amount from both of you to pay for the doctor.
Huh.
thank you for taking care of us.
Yeah.
Of course. But yeah, I actually just woke up as well. I think she's just stepped out. Her stuff's here though.
And I guess this goes without saying, but that bounty hunter hasn't been by, right?
No.
Okay.
Niclaus fought him, killed him by himself. It was epic.
Oh yeah, I totally took care of him. He's dead.
It was
Yeah,
a full-on anime battle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have his sword right here actually. How are you guys feeling? Are y'all?
I'm hungry, but I feel much better than I remember feeling last time I was conscious.
I feel like I did the morning after we did that performance at the Golden Harp. I feel like I was hit by a truck or something.
Oh, that was a good time though.
Yeah. Okay, so what now?
Well, if you guys are feeling up to moving around, we can try to meet up with our friends.
Do we need to track down Arya?
Yeah, I figured we'd find her on the way. She couldn't have gotten far.
Yep, I promised her I would keep her safe, and I intend to follow through on that.
Well, we want to help keep you safe, so...
Oh, I don't need help being kept safe. Look at me, and I flex.
Disagree. Both of us could probably use help.
I flex so
gonna
hard,
say.
you could see my sweet biceps.
Didn't help with the otyugh, did it?
Well, that was in water, that's different. Everybody knows that
Water's your weakness?
that water's different.
Is that how that works?
Yeah, because of physics, duh.
What's a physic?
I don't know. So...
Yeah. As the three of you are talking about the potential existence of an entire field of science, in walks Hreidmar and Arya. You see that Hreidmar is a male dwarf with a thick white gray beard and a muscular build. He's wearing very ragged work clothing, and immediately he's like, "Oh hell, y'all are awake?"
Yeah, they just woke up.
Yes, it appears so.
Sir, are you the one who found us in the sewer?
Hell yeah! He does the Arnold Schwarzenegger and like the Predator hand clasp
We both just...
with you. Or he initiates it. Go ahead and do a dexterity check to see if you're fast enough to...
Oh man, I really hope I am, because I want to have this moment now. It's a 19.
The two of you clasp hands.
Yeah, you just see like the veins just bulging out on our biceps.
Yeah. Now the strength one, right?
He moves in to do it with Hyrkir. That's a weird sentence.
And we could never unsee it.
You have advanced warning, Hyrkir, if you want to clasp.
Okay, I will clasp.
Yeah, go ahead and do a dexterity check.
Oh boy. 19.
Yeah, you get a good, like... you get some good sound from the clasp.
It's like... "Urgh," or something. Does he go for Niclaus next?
Oh, yeah. well, while he does this with the two of you guys, he does introduce himself.
Thank you, Mr. Hreidmar. That's an upstanding action you did. You know, our fellow citizens can learn from someone as selfless as you.
Yeah, for some reason he goes in with a normal handshake for Niclaus.
Sir.
Yeah, handshake done.
Everybody gets inspiration.
Do we do the handshake? Do we do like a little move on to like the fist bump?
Phase 2 of the handshake.
Yeah, it's a whole thing.
Yeah.
The like you tap the bottom and top of each of your fists together.
Like the normal handshake, and then the thumb thing, and then the top and the bottom, and then the fist.
Yeah. And then your fists bump and you like twist them like you're locking like a key or like a door.
Yeah. We both make a.
Then you touch your elbows together. Then there's a
Then you
dance
do the
routine.
chicken dance.
Yeah.
Arya is just like, well, look at the two sleeping beauties.
Hyrkir blushes.
Seirys is also blushing.
She sees the two of you blushing and is confused and also starts blushing.
Nobody's ever called me beautiful before.
Well, that just doesn't seem true.
How are you?
No one has ever told Hyrkir he's beautiful, that's for sure.
Well, you don't know you're beautiful.
He doesn't.
James Blunt starts playing in the background.
Niclaus is wondering if this is actually happening.
Maybe this is another part of my nightmare.
Or am I still in a fever dream?
We're all in the stomach of the trash monster right now.
I'm still in the pod. I feel like I never got out.
Niclaus is wishing blood would come out of his eyes.
You come out of the pod and it's two completely different people than who it was.
Niclaus knows the pain of having the highest charisma in the room.
Arya, how are you?
I'm good. I guess I'm glad you guys are awake. She looks away.
We're glad you survived. Or something. I'm glad I survived, I guess.
Niclaus, you know that it was actually all Arya, that the two of them are alive. But she doesn't say anything.
Yeah, I think Niclaus turns to Arya and gives a nod, thank you again.
Hreidmar, meanwhile, is like, I bet y'all hella hungry.
You know what? You're right.
I didn't notice, but yeah. I feel like, how long were we out for?
3 days.
With 3 days with no food?
Yeah, just this saline drip that the doc set up for you.
We would be happy to partake of your generosity, Hreidmar.
My generosity, y'all are paying.
Your generosity, Hreidmar.
Regardless, they could both use a meal.
Hell yeah. Let's go on over to the cafeteria over there.
Alright, we go to the cafeteria.
Yeah, the three of you plus Arya and Hreidmar head out. You guys see that the settlement is just really built into the network of maintenance corridors. Basically, wherever there's space, someone lives there. As the three of you walk through, you see dozens of workers just living in makeshift structures built into the various underground mechanisms and nooks and crannies. Hreidmar leads you guys into an intersection where some of the corridor has been cleared out to create a larger space. In one corner is the doctor's office, and you see a very crudely written sign that says as such. Niclaus, you wonder about the quality of healthcare and whether the doctor slowed down or sped up the recovery speed of your friends.
We would have recovered it within 1 day otherwise.
Yeah. In another corner, you see a store with various wares just sort of sitting around, and it looks like one of these bargaining scrap stores. They just have a lot of junk. In another corner, you see a makeshift cafeteria, or cafe really. Some of the workers here are just eating your typical Magitech created food. And in the last corner, you see a makeshift office. There's another crudely written sign here, and it says Foreman's Office. Hreidmar leads you guys to the cafe, I don't know, the food establishment.
The mess hall.
Yum.
As you approach, you see that the workers look at you with distrust. Their eyes sort of glare at you, and it's almost sort of like a school lunch situation. As you sit down, they get up and leave and go to a different table. Hreidmar ignores this and just puts up 5 fingers. And he's like, 5, please.
Does Niclaus get a sense of why the rest of the people are so standoffish?
Go and do an insight check.
It's gonna be a 12.
Yeah, you take a look around, and your feeling is that these people have little supplies. And that with the addition of 4 other peoples, that cuts down even more on the supplies that they have down here. Eventually, a dwarven worker comes by and just slides you 5 bowls of JYMO tofu.
TM.
Which flavors did we get?
There is no flavor. Flavor costs extra.
Pure tofu flavor.
Seirys ravenously consumes it very quickly.
Yeah, Hyrkir is not wasting any time.
No.
Niclaus was about to say something before his friends started like devouring the food, and he's like, he kind of shakes his head. He turns to Reedmar, and Arya's like, I have most of a prestidigitation magitech you guys want for the food.
Hell yeah, make mine extra spicy, please.
What about you, Arya?
Arya is just like, on a scale of 1 to 10, 7 out of 10 sweet.
Okay, I can do that. And he fiddles with a broken or a used magitech, and he kind of like hides it in his hand a little bit. It's like it's got a little bit left in it, and he uses prestidigitation on the GYMO branded patty.
Seirys opens her mouth. It's like, can you make mine savory?
Sure, just please eat with your mouth closed.
Yeah.
Alright, great. He does that.
Thank you. Yum, 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 yum.
As the 5 of you guys eat, Friedmar says, so what the hell are y'all gonna do now?
Well, we're actually looking for Arya's uncle. Seems to have gone missing. You wouldn't have happened to have heard anything about a Mr. Negrum from the 21st floor?
Hell no, I don't talk with them upper dwellers.
Have you heard about anybody else going missing, maybe?
Hell yeah, everybody goes missing down here all the time.
That's not good, Friedmar. What's happening?
Nah, it's okay, we all have insurance.
But could you really put a price on life?
Apparently, yeah.
It's called actuarial science. We did it all the time back at... it's not important.
Okay, but it seems important, but I'll stop talking about it.
Arya pipes up and she says, oh yeah, about that. So I've been looking at my uncle's journal, and I think he left the code for me in here. She pulls out the journal.
Ooh, the quest item.
Oh yes, I'm quite adept at reading code from my work on the Force. So many people leave messages and thieves can't. You become quite adept at translating them after a while.
Oh, you understand thieves can't?
Sort of. 50%.
She took an introductory course.
Yeah.
She took
Thieves can't,
one semester,
301,
but not the second semester.
It was part of the general requirements, but I didn't take the further electives.
Well, what have you found out?
Oh yeah, well my uncle used to use this code with me when I was younger. It's a pretty simple cipher code based on actually a theatrical script of the play My Canary. So basically, if I can get my hands on that script, I should be able to figure out what this code is.
Okay.
All right.
How hard could that be?
Our best bet is probably to head to the entertainment floors.
Do you have like libraries there?
Yeah, or we can ask around. I'm sure someone still has it on production.
Oh.
Me and my uncle used to go see it all the time. It's his favorite play, actually.
Okay. Well, that sounds like a plan.
All right. I think we should probably check in with our group first and hopefully avoid any more run-ins with this Duster man.
Yeah, you get to meet everybody, Arya.
Oh boy, I can't wait.
Does she seem excited, Joey?
Go ahead and do an insight check.
That's right. We have a pet rabbit, and
Ooh, that was not a great. That was 3 + 3 is 6.
She seems extremely forthcoming and definitely not sarcastic.
That's good.
we have a pet rabbit, and we have...
He's not. You can't say he's a pet.
Yeah, but she's young and childlike, and this might make her more excited to meet our friends.
Oh, you're not. Pardon me for asking, are you? But how old are you?
She's a youth. She's one of them Gen 12s.
How old are you, Hyrkir?
19, I believe.
Arya is roughly the same age in gnome years. Friedmar, listening in, is like, oh hell, y'all are gonna be stuck here for a little bit. The elevator's not coming down for 3 more weeks.
What?
What?
Yeah, we come down in shifts, for month-long shifts.
Huh.
I'm sorry. Do you say that you live here for a month without leaving?
Hell yeah.
Is
Elevator comes down each month, bringing people and supplies. People go back up.
there not a stairway?
Yeah, there is a stairway, but we never use it. Some people went missing last time.
I don't think we can afford to wait here for 3 weeks.
Yeah, who knows what Valdivian or Arcane will do with the information we need in that in that time, now that they know that we know that they know that we know?
What the hell y'all talking about?
I don't know. We need to get out of here.
Yeah, I think we might just have to risk it with the stairs.
Yes. I don't think we have 3 weeks to wait.
Well, yeah, I guess y'all could either take the stairs or y'all can talk to the foreman and see if he can try to get the elevator down.
I mean, how many floors down are we?
We're real deep down here.
So, like, 10 floors?
Maybe more like 50.
Ooh!
Whew.
50 floors.
Oh, I just woke up. I don't know if I could walk up 50 flights of stairs.
I mean, we could do it over, like, more than one day.
So we sleep on one of the landings?
It's not the worst idea.
I mean, we could talk to the foreman. Maybe there's a special dispensation he can run for us.
Yeah, I'd like to try that before we go up 50 flights of stairs.
Yeah, well, we'll see what the foreman says, and then, worst case scenario, 50 flights, it's not that bad.
It's fine. What could go wrong?
Hey everybody, thank you so much for listening. My name is Mitchell, and I play Seirys, the half-elf paladin, on the podcast. I want to give a special plug for the coffee account we recently established. If you want to support us, you can go there, coffee at AA Magic Pod, and that's KOFI Coffee. Also, please check out our social media at AA Magic Pod. We're on Reddit, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. So please join us as Hyrkir, Niclaus, and Seirys continue their adventures underneath the arcology. Will they escape? I have no idea.
The 5 of you guys finish your meal. Arya's just like, alright, so what do we do next?
Well, we can go have a talk with the foreman. What other places of interest did we see besides the foreman?
There's a store.
There was a store. We have no money.
I have money. I want to go check out the store.
Niclaus knows this. Isn't okay with that. He's okay with that.
I feel like we got beat pretty bad recently. I think we need more healing things, and maybe some of us need better armor. I think I need better armor.
You wanted to check out the store there, Darius?
Well, while we're not currently being pursued, and we have a moment of respite, so we might as well see what they have here. Maybe if we contribute to the local economy, maybe people here will stop staring at us so weirdly.
Yeah, I might need to withdraw some from our bank funds. All the store vendors have access to that, right? Charge to our bank account.
Yeah, they're all linked.
Yeah, Doctor only took hard currency, but at least the store we can spend some money. We mosey on to the vendor.
Yeah, you take a look. You see a sort of a strange-looking dwarf manning the stand.
I think you mean dwarfing the stand?
Oh, boo.
Ooh, oh. Contrary to the other dwarfs that you have seen, he's completely bald.
Including, both... Is he also clean-shaven?
Yeah. He only has a few stray hairs sticking out of his ears and his nose. In fact, the hairs from his nose could almost be a mustache.
You?
How many of the people down here are dwarves?
It heavily leans dwarf.
Okay, but there are others, just mostly dwarf.
Yeah. He sees you approach and he says, "What do you want?"
What do you have on sale today, fine shopkeep?
"I have this stuff." Go ahead and do a perception check.
Okay.
Whoever's looking.
I'm looking.
Yeah, I'll look.
As in 11 to perception.
17 for Niclaus.
Oof. 15 for Hyrkir.
Starting from the lowest to the top. Seirys, you take a look behind him and you see that he has a lot of various knickknacks, like a lot of, well, let's just call it junk. But amongst the stuff, you do spy some magitech. You see that he has a Burning Hands module for the shotgun.
Ooh.
A Featherfall magitech. A Grease magitech.
Alright.
A Expeditious Retreat magitech.
Okay.
A large stack of 2x4s of wood.
Is wood relatively unusual, or is that just...
It is a little bit unusual here. And for some reason, he just has a giant lump of iron. Like, it looks like it could weigh about 50 kilograms. The Burning Hands is 200 gold, the Feather Fall is 50 gold, the Grease is 50 gold, the Expeditious Retreat is 50 gold, the Wood is 100 gold, and the Large Lump of Iron is 200 gold.
Does he have, like, other things, like healing potions and things like that?
Those are the things that you see to be valuable. There's also, like, a lot of other knickknacks. Like, if you wanted a crowbar or something like that, he could probably go back and find it for you.
Okay, but he doesn't have healing potions or anything like that.
Yeah, he does not have any healing potions.
Okay. Man, we really need to get some.
Meanwhile, next up, Hyrkir. Hidden amongst the junk, you notice that there's a peculiar pair of boots, and they glow faintly magically.
Ooh. What, is there anything visually special about them beyond?
Go ahead and do a investigate check from this distance.
Investigate. 9.
It's too hard to tell.
Was there a price on that one?
No, it's actually buried in the junk, so there's no price. You also see what appears to be a plushie eye. Like, you see just, like, the face of a plushie barely sticking out of the junk. Meanwhile, Niclaus, you see a somewhat familiar object, also amongst the junks, on top of, like, all this other stuff. You see a familiar Walkman-looking disc.
Oh. Is there any logo on the disc, or...?
Niclaus will have to do a investigate check, too.
Gotcha.
Yeah, he'll try to get a closer look at the logo. Ooh, 12 plus 6 is 18.
You take a look at the Walkman disc, and on it, you can see a very faint symbol on it, and it's a pair of lockpicks.
I can't believe you would just throw such an overpowered thing in front of us, Joey.
Niclaus will kind of browse through the junk, kind of picking stuff up and putting it down. He is looking for other things that probably would be maybe useful, like a crowbar or something like that. So he wants to kind of group that with the Walkman disc, and he's going to keep an eye out and see if Hyrkir picks up the plushie or the boots, just to kind of like have something that I want to buy this in a bulk and maybe try to get a deal out of it. So he'll just kind of like browse and like pick a few things up from the junk pile, including the Walkman disc.
What sort of junk do you pick up?
So he picks up the Walkman disc, he glances over at Hyrkir to see if he's going to pick up the boots and the plushie. Does he like make eye contact with Hyrkir and like nods at it? And he's like, are you going to get that?
No, but I was like, what were you talking about,
the boots and the plushie?
I was looking at both of those things, but...
Yeah, he wants to make sure between the two of... He'll you know what? He's going to telepathically communicate, or attempt to, with Hyrkir. How does that work with his current psionic problems?
This is definitely a good one
Use
to...
of this.
Yeah.
Alright, so he'll telepathically talk to Hyrkir and say, Hyrkir, there's the boots here, and the plushie, and this Walkman disc. I want to make sure we get these. But I don't want him to, like, try to jack up the prices on us. So we don't want to let him know that we really want these. I'm going to pick up the Walkman disc and some other junk. Do you want to get the boots and the plushie, and we'll just pay for it from the group account?
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay. So Niclaus will buy or set aside the Walkman disc, a crowbar, and assorted like metal small tools, and he'll walk to the vendor to see how much it'll cost.
As you end your telepathy with Hyrkir, the voices in your head scream at you, culminating in a sharp, high-pitched sound, and you take 20 damage.
Oh, I don't know if that... yeah, maybe that food didn't agree with me. Okay, yeah, maybe I won't do the food again.
Niclaus, are you okay? Do you need to use the restroom?
No, it's fine. Everything's fine.
If you keep all that in, it's just going to get worse.
No, yeah, I understand, but sometimes you just gotta let what's gonna happen, you know?
I would prefer to not be around when what happens.
No, yeah. You know what? It's gonna be fine. I feel like it's already fine. It just, for a moment there.
Well, Seirys, go ahead and do
some blood coming out of his nose.
Yeah.
You're bleeding profusely.
I was about to have Mitchell do a perception check to see if he can see the blood coming out of your ears.
I mean, I could if you want me to.
I think you just see it. I'm like facing you, and it's just coming out of my nose and maybe a little bit from my ear.
Niclaus, you're not okay. I mean, I'm not a doctor or anything, but having blood just pouring out of your nose and ears is not okay.
What? Oh no, yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't realize.
Here, come here. Seirys will go to him and we'll do a lay on hands for 10 hit points.
Oh, yeah, see, that pretty much took care of it. It's my allergies. There's a lot of mold down here in the maintenance areas, and it's just not agreeing with me. I think that's what it is.
I just think you've just been acting off since we've left Candaloon, and it's starting to worry me.
It's just, how I hear the voices, right? Yeah, sometimes, they're a little loud, and it hurts a bit. But, these things happen. You're in a pod, you're abducted by people, you start hearing voices, Yeah, it's fine. Everything is fine.
Maybe you should at least hydrate.
Yeah, let me just wrap up this purchase, and then,
Ooh, what you buying?
Take a look. I got this pile of junk. How much for this pile of junk, good sir?
We cut to Hyrkir real fast. As you peruse the goods, Arya appears next to you and is like, "Hey,
Oh, hi.
you think you could buy those boots for me?"
For you.
Yeah.
We were gonna get the boots, but I don't know about for you. Do you need some boots?
Yeah, they look pretty fashionable.
I don't know anything about that, but yeah, I'm gonna get those boots. But
For me?
I can't promise that they'll be for you. We'll have to be up to everyone. Hyrkir looks nervously over at toward Niclaus and Seirys.
We're engaged in a conversation. You're kind of on your own for this one, buddy.
It's time to make a decision.
Well, I'm just telling you, we really like those boots.
Yeah, they do look nice. He shuffles up to pick them up, shuffles over to pick them up.
Yeah, you pick up the boots, and do you pick up anything else?
I was gonna pick up that plushie.
You see a large four-legged animal plushie. It has a long, muscular body and a mane of hair, except the hair is actually fire. It has a long, slender head with two large eyes and a pair of pointed ears. The body is covered in black hair, and it almost seems like there's smoke coming off of it.
Is it a nightmare?
It is a nightmare. You've solved my puzzle.
Woohoo! What do we win?
You recognize it as a demon horse. A nightmare.
Demon horse.
So metal.
Nice little mini game we had.
Nice.
I feel good.
It's like the Pokemon. What's this Pokemon?
Right?
Which thing from the monster manual is this?
Yeah, you pick that up. Do you dump it with the pile that
Yeah, I'm gonna take both things over to the pile, kind of absent-mindedly.
Yeah. Niclaus, what are you doing? Are you still bleeding over there?
No, the bleeding stopped. Making his way back to Hyrkir and the vendor.
The vendor looks at the two of you and he says, 5,000 gold. Go ahead and do a quick perception check.
I got 21 on mine.
15.
The two of you note that he didn't even look at what you brought over.
5,000 seems like a lot.
No.
It's not a lot. How much for this without the paper clips?
4,999.
Do you work off of credit?
No, there is not.
What about trade-in value?
What do you got?
Alright guys, sidebar.
Hey, what are you buying over there, Niclaus? How's it 5,000 gold?
Okay, so there's a few things in here that are actually really good. One, there's another Walkman disc. You know how good those are?
I don't, but I trust you.
They're pretty good.
They make you better at stuff.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. There's also a plushie.
Wait, what?
Which is just right.
Whoa.
Don't give the game away.
Seirys just loudly is like, "Oh, we really need that."
Okay, so yeah, the plushie's there, which is just money. It's money. So we want to get the plushie so we get our money back, kind of some of our money back. And then there's those boots that Hyrkir picked up.
Okay.
That'll be a great help to someone on our team.
Okay.
You saw that they were like family magical, right?
These boots? They just look like boots.
I don't know. They got the hallmark of a magical.
They look good.
Yeah.
They're very stylish. Okay.
Oh, I mean, I guess, but really, it's the magic part that. Anyway, so yeah, we want to get those.
Okay. I was looking at some of that Magitech that they were selling, and those planks of wood would look real nice in our apartment back in Canaloon.
But
yeah, okay, good.
even without the planks of wood, though, the price is more than we have, right? We only have, how much do we have in the account? 3,300 in the account.
Well,
now some of that money will come back when we trade in the plushie.
How much were the plushies again? Or how much did they? It was like 1,000 per plushie or 2,000 per plushie. Joey,
Depends on how rare they are.
So I guess we can find out how much he's selling the plushie for, because if he's selling it for 2,000 gold, then we probably won't
Right.
make much for it.
Okay.
But we should definitely get the Walkman and the boots.
Well, do we really need the Walkman?
Yes.
Okay, so
I mean, we've managed thus far without the Walkman.
it has a picture on it
Uh-huh.
of lockpicks, and in the past, the picture kind of let us know what kind of skill it would help us with. And I don't know about you, but I really hate not being able to get through a door for a whole session. So,
Yeah, but we're not thieves, Niclaus. We're not just gonna break into people's places.
right, you don't want to damage their property, which is why we use the lockpick, so there's no damage, right? Because if we have to get into somewhere to save someone's life, it's much better that we get in without damaging their door.
I think just
Or if we need to investigate, someplace, and the door was impeding the investigation,
well, then we just weren't meant to go there anyway.
that's a little fatalistic. I feel like we're more of a kind of a seize our own destiny type of group.
I'm just saying we've managed thus far without it, and
Yeah, okay, but we lost one of our members. Okay, I just don't want to
Also,
lose.
we
To a
eat
door?
doors
I don't want-
with,
to a locked door.
I mean,
You
I had to
weren't
use-
there!
yes.
I had to use spells to open doors. Okay, and sometimes just one more spell is what all you need is to save someone's life.
I feel like there's some very circular logic being thrown around here, but I mean, if you want to jack up
So
the
you
price,
see the logic. You see the logic. Okay, great. I'm glad we're on the same page.
if you want to jack up the price of this purchase by what sounds like 4,000 gold for this Walkman,
We don't know how much the Walkman is, because that was for everything.
Well, ask him. Excuse me, sir.
As you look up, you see there's actually an argument going on between Arya and the store owner.
Uh-oh. What are they arguing
We walk
about?
over. We walk over.
Hyrkir kind of stays off to the side a little bit.
I don't like conflict.
Arya goes, "You're just jacking up the price because we're not from around here," and then proceeds to curse out the shop owner. Meanwhile, the store owner has this sort of look on his face where he has the anime sweat bead on his side of his face.
Were you trying to cheat us, sir?
No,
I would like to know if he's lying to me.
go ahead and do an insight check.
All right, and then I have a thing I'll do.
Oh, no. I'm going to use my ability. I rolled a 6. I'm assuming that fails, right?
Yeah.
Okay, when I make an ability check that fails, I can spend 1 sorcery point to re-roll the d20, and then I must use the new roll. So I'm going to use a sorcery point. As I look at him, I squint extra hard to see if he was lying to me. Yeah, that's better. That's a 13.
You take a look at his face, and he has the same look of distrust of outsiders as the guys earlier at your schoolyard lunch table. What Arya is saying is true.
He is trying to cheat us.
All right. Seirys puffs out her chest so that she looks extra policey and says, "Sir, marking up prices above the lawful amount is a crime, and you can be reported for that. And if you are jacking up the prices, I'll know. So you best offer us a fair deal."
Alright.
Yeah!
That was quite the
What? In this dystopian world, would there be scalping laws? Anti-scalping laws?
Sure, but they would only apply to wealthy people
I don't know.
if they did exist.
Seirys might be talking out her butt right now a little bit.
There might be.
Okay.
He might have to have a license to sell things in the city, but he probably doesn't have that, right?
Okay, seriously, are you making this up, or do you believe that this is the truth?
Seirys believes that... Well, okay. Let's see. This is a dystopia, so there probably wouldn't be a law about this, but Seirys is... So yeah, Seirys is making this up.
Okay, go and roll a deception check.
I wanted to say I believed it to be true, but I feel like in this dystopia...
How the lawful have fallen. Niclaus wipes a tear from his eye from pride.
Seirys is still lawful, but, you know, she's having a bit of a bad girl streak right now. Let's see. Deception is that, so gotta give me something good. That is a non-natural 20.
Another sweat bead appears on his face. His bald face.
So it's extra visible.
The combined pressure of you guys crowding around him and Arya's non-stop cursing cows the store owner into submission. And he says, 800 gold, take it or leave it.
What do you guys think?
That seems good. That seems probably okay.
Okay, we agree.
He holds out a hand to accept your money.
Charge it to our Bank of Falcon's Reach account. Here's our routing information.
All right.
Also, Seirys has things she wants to buy separately from this.
Okay.
Seirys will buy... Ooh, that's a fair amount. All right. Seirys will buy everything except the iron.
Okay.
What if there's something good inside?
Okay, so that's 450 gold, and that includes a pile of 2x4s.
I might have misunderstood how. Might not have visualized how big a 2x4 was.
It's 2 inches by 4 feet.
Oh, okay. Just kidding about that. All right, everything except those.
Oh, you don't want the wood anymore?
I'm trying to figure out how Seirys would carry the wood now.
Just on her shoulders.
Yeah, just carry it on your back.
All right, sure. I just thought it'd be funny to get a bunch of wood. Okay, yeah. So I'll just deduct 450 gold from Seirys's account, or Seirys's personal funds. And now we have a bunch of Magitech, some shotgun ammo, and a bunch of wood.
Okay, thank you, goodbye. He closes his shop.
Well, that was rude. I'm sorry, I yell as we leave. Seirys feels bad about lying.
You should title this episode Seriously Big Wood. Niclaus will take a minute to investigate the magical properties of the boots, and he tells his friends that that's what he's doing.
Niclaus, you take a look at the boots. Meanwhile, Arya sidles up next to you, Hyrkir, and she's like, oh, hey, thanks for buying me the boots.
That hasn't been confirmed yet. We have to see what they are first.
Hyrkir, you made a promise, I think.
I made no promises.
Niclaus, you investigate the boots, and you find that they are furred. They are the boots
with the fur.
With the fur.
Is that what it says on the tag? These are the boots with the fur. Not just any boots with the fur.
You sort of poke around in them, and they are snug and actually quite warm. It seems like it would protect you against cold. And you take a look underneath at the sole, and you see that there's some design here that would allow you to deal with ice or snow.
They got chains.
Somehow, the boots also protect you against very, very cold temperatures, up to negative 50 degrees Fahrenheit.
Nice. Although I don't know if it gets that cold in Falcon's Reach.
Wait, you mean, when you say protect, do you mean just your feet or your whole body?
Your entire body.
Oh.
They are that comfy.
You could be that naked.
Interesting. Thought it would have been funny if it was just your feet.
All right. He finishes his magical inspection, turns to the group and is like, hey, these are pretty good boots. They'll keep you warm even in the coldest possible temperatures. Good pickup, Hyrkir. And he hands them out to Hyrkir.
Oh, how cold does it get in Falcon's Reach?
It snows every now and then, but it pretty rarely hits negative 50 degrees Fahrenheit.
Okay, so it's not...
I don't know if Niclaus made that technical part clear, but...
No, I just said they're very cold. Coldest possible temperatures.
Okay, it doesn't get that cold, usually.
Gotcha.
Because looking at his group's choice of footwear, Niclaus is wearing his dress shoes from when he still worked at Valdivian.
They are beat the fuck up.
He prestidigitates them daily.
There's some damage that you cannot mend. or
Yeah.
prestidigitate.
But they've definitely served him pretty well. So he's happy with them until he finds a nicer pair of dress shoes. And then Seirys has her police boots, right?
Yep.
Jack boots.
Jack boots.
She has her jack boots, and she also has a pair of sneakers that she sometimes wears.
And then Hyrkir had what, sandals? I forgot. What did you have?
Yeah,
pair of
they're very
leather-
very
leather-
worn.
Leather thongs.
A very worn pair of sandals.
So yes,
You just been wearing
needs-
sandals this whole time.
You've been wearing sandals?
Even in the sewer, when we were trudging through sewage, you were wearing
Yeah,
sandals.
so that's why he handed the boots to
No
Hyrkir.
wonder you got sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need them, man. Here you go.
Yeah. But he also is looking at Arya.
At this point, Niclaus has wandered off, so he's no longer aware of it.
Arya is looking expectantly at you, Hyrkir.
Here, it's bad to make a promise to a girl and not follow through.
Okay, here, you can have them. He gives her the boots.
Wow. Thanks, Hyrkir.
You're welcome.
Wasn't actually expecting you to give it to me, but she puts the boots on.
Warm.
Seirys holding her 2x4s over her shoulder, walks off towards the foreman's office.
I'm picturing like a giant stack in each arm.
Yes.
On each shoulder.
Yes. It's pretty great. I feel very good about this purchase.
You could see like the veins popping out on the forearm.
It's really not that hard.
You guys head towards the foreman's office.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's plenty of room in Papa's apartment for these.
Creedmar has just been drinking in the background. He's very easily distracted. The five of you guys head towards the foreman's office, and you head inside. It's a single room with a makeshift Cocobolo desk made up of various Cocobolo scraps.
This one like a normal piece of wood with the Cocobolo design like painted on.
Yeah. Sitting behind the desk, you see another dwarf. He's a little bit on the older side. He also has a white beard, and he's wearing a large yellow hard hat. His eyes bulge as he shuffles through paperwork on his desk. He looks up for a hot second, looking at all of you guys.
Does he have a nameplate on his desk?
Yeah, you see that he's actually wearing a name tag and says Foreman Ironfoot.
Ironfoot?
Yeah. As the group approaches, he, without looking up, he says, Creedmar, what do you want? I'm busy here.
Hello, sir. My name is Seirys. This is Niclaus. This is Hyrkir. This is Creedmar, who I'm sure you know, and this is Arya. Our humble group would really appreciate it if you would let us go upstairs. Seirys knows that she nailed this.
You don't need my permission to go upstairs.
Oh, okay, great. So, we can use the elevator?
No.
Could we please use the elevator?
No.
May I ask why?
Elevator's expensive.
Oh, that is true. I remember that. That's a thing.
How expensive?
More money than you would earn in a year, copper. He looks at your uniform.
Seirys looks embarrassed. It's like, you don't... I'm sure it's less than what you think. Especially now.
Elevator's expensive. We can only call it down once a month. You gotta wait 3 weeks and you take back it up for free.
Is there some sort of deal we could cut, maybe? We're very skilled individuals.
Oh yeah, how skilled?
Well, I'm pretty strong. Niclaus is pretty smart, and Hyrkir's good with plants.
Go ahead and do a persuasion check.
Okay.
And if anybody wants to help out somehow, go ahead.
Yeah, Niclaus will say, we've gone toe-to-toe with the man in the duster.
Oh yeah?
He walked away from us.
Is this technically true, actually?
Yep.
You could say he couldn't slide away from his problems.
I think you might have just made the check harder.
I don't get it.
Well, no, I'm confusing him, thereby making his mental state vulnerable.
Alright, Seirys, go ahead and roll your persuasion check with advantage.
Alright. Well, the first thing I rolled was a nat 20, so that'll be 27.
He eyes your group over.
I flash him my most winningest of smiles.
Niclaus does a slight sleight of hand with one of the silver coin that he has.
Wait, what?
From my original character creation, I had a silver coin from the Heart of Darkness background.
Are you trying to do like a magic trick or something?
No, just like the finger roll, what goes between...
Oh, I thought you were going to go
yeah.
behind his ear and be like,
No.
All right, you guys look like you know how to fight. I got a rust monster infestation on corridor 95-5 MGS.
How many?
The whole colony of them.
Rust monster.
Is Niclaus familiar with the rust monster?
Go ahead and do a history check.
Is Hyrkir familiar with rust monsters?
Also do a history check.
History, not nature? I guess they're not natural.
Can I also do a history check?
Sure. It can be either, actually. Go ahead and do a history or a nature check.
18 with nature.
15 for Niclaus.
I got a 14. Yep, a 14.
Yeah. These kinds of monsters are a large insect-like creature with a rust-red chitinous exoskeleton. It has 4 legs and 2 antennae, and it just loves to eat ferrous metals.
Yes, it does.
If Niclaus had to compare its difficulty in comparison to something like a horde of dust methods, how many dust methods would it take to equal? How challenging, in other words, would it perhaps be?
Yeah. Individually, you could probably take it down with relative ease, just based on your own assessment of you, Hyrkir, and Seirys' combat capabilities that you've seen before. If you're dealing with a horde of them, though, that's a different story.
If we were able to do them in chunks, would it be more reasonable, or even then would it be risky?
I mean, it just depends on... If
How
you're
many?
killing them one at a time, then you'd probably get pretty tired after a while. But as you sort of do this mental tactical assessment in your head, you also recall that... You also recall you're not feeling too good right now. Or mentally, at least.
Niclaus
was great, though, so...
He doesn't say anything straight away. He looks at his other...
We could probably do this.
Oh, we can definitely do this. You say they eat metal, right?
Yeah.
Seirys looks at the planks of wood that she's holding. Yeah, this ain't gonna be no trouble.
Okay, or you can just take the emergency exit. Be my guest.
How long does it usually take to get up those 50 flights of stairs?
No idea. Last couple guys who went that route never came back.
Yeah, I don't like the idea of not coming back.
I mean, do we really want to come back once we make it up?
I mean, in the dying sense of not coming back,
Maybe they just found a better opportunity above land.
I cannot refute this.
Or they died horribly in the stairwell. If you guys feel confident about the rust monsters, I'm happy to contribute.
Well, we could always try it, and if it looks not doable, we can then take the stairs.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really depends on what infestation means.
You said a whole colony, right?
Yes.
I don't know what that means.
Do we know typical colony sizes?
It's probably scores.
Oof.
Scores. Put that in
That's lots.
quotation marks.
That is certainly not one we could take on all at once, for sure.
I hope it was clear that I'm planning to hit these with these woods.
Oh,
That was very clear.
Okay.
That was not clear at all.
no, yeah, that's not what Niclaus is expecting. He was expecting like a wooden barricade.
Oh. That's also smart.
I mean, you could always use the iron we saw back at the shop as bait.
Oh.
Hmm.
I forgot about that.
Okay.
That's very clever.
That's a good idea.
I think we could handle this. So we take out this infestation. You call the elevator for us?
Yeah, the corridor needs to be repaired. Once you clear out the infestation, I'll call down more workers. The elevator has to go up anyways.
All right.
All right. 95.5 MGS, right?
Yes.
All right.
Friedmar here can take you there.
I just want to let you know, Friedmar is a stand-up guy.
Aw, hell, Niclaus, you didn't have to do that for me.
I like the cut of his jib.
If there's an employee review, you should give him full marks.
There's a certain je ne sais quoi about him.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind.
A real dwarf's dwarf, if you know what I mean.
If you'll excuse me now, I'm busy.
Of course. Okay, we go.
The group leaves the foreman's office. As the group does, Arya turns around and is like, okay, so how are you guys gonna take care of, literal dozens of giant metal-eating insects.
Seirys gestures to the wood. Yeah.
You know, just because they eat metal doesn't mean they're weak to non-metal, right?
Yes, but they're not going to rust and corrode the wood, so there's no issue or fear with using it as a weapon or a barricade.
Yeah, I see no problem with this.
Okay, good. I always knew you were a good egg, Arya.
We have some tricks up our sleeves.
What do you guys want to do before you head off for corridor? What was it?
95.5 MGS.
Thank you for writing that down. We'll buy the bait iron.
As you head over to the store, you realize that
He had closed up shop.
he had closed up shop.
Son of a bitch. If only we knew. How could we have known?
I knock on the door.
There's no answer.
He Chekhov gunned us.
Well, you want to use your fancy new ear Walkman to get in there, huh, Niclaus?
Yeah. No. I mean, I do want to use it, but not to get in there. I figure we can find some iron in a maintenance hallway somewhere.
That's probably true.
Even if it's just like scrap pieces of iron. I do have these little metal pins and clips and a crowbar. Those are made of iron. Better than nothing.
Okay.
So the idea I had was we go over there, see what it looks like, try to find an area that is somewhat choke pointy, create a wooden barricade, perhaps even a small palisade. Who knows? How much wood do you have? I don't know.
An amount.
Yeah. And then we lure them into that narrow section, and then I just constantly cast Tasha's Castic Brute because it affects a 30-foot long line.
I also have this Burning Hands module for my shotgun, which we can use if they're taking up the whole hallway and none of you are in front of me when I fire it off.
Yeah. And then, we just keep aciding them to death.
I see no flaws in his plan.
I can also hit him with Tidal Wave.
Ooh, yeah.
Make them extra rusty.
I can hit him with a couple of those.
Anytime they start climbing over the walls or whatever, just wash them away. What could possibly go wrong?
I can't imagine anything.
Arya says, I can't imagine anything. And the 5 of you guys head out. Hey everyone, this is Joe, your distantly adequate Dungeon Master. It looks like it's going to be a short month for April. Both Roy and I are out of town, and we weren't able to get as much editing done than I would have preferred. So we'll be temporarily going on a bi-weekly schedule at best, and then we'll be back full force in May, hopefully. The good news is that we have a couple of new voices filling in while we're gone, who are finally recording our Desperate Orcish Housewives one-shot. So be sure to tune in for that whenever it comes out. In the meantime, join us next time as Hyrkir, Niclaus, and Seirys come up with a plan.